The Center for Immigration Studies took a look at the number of DACA recipients that have renewed their applications, and what they found brought a number of speculations. Cronkite News reporter Liliana Salgado has details from our Washington bureau.
When Deferred Action for childhood arrivals started 2 years ago, there were a lot of applicants. Now, 2 years later, nearly 40% of those that applied have not renewed, but nobody knows why. He calls them illegals with documentation.
I mean, they've got their DACA document, they've got a driver's license, they got a social security number, they probably have a job, they're probably driving a car, and at this point they don't think it's necessary to sign up again.
They are the people who received DACA 2 years ago and have not renewed their application.
There's been a 40% drop-off between the first 6 months of the program and the first 6 months of the renewal of the program.
But the Center for American Progress says it's too early to draw conclusions.
Well, this idea that people have applied for DACA, gotten the status once, and that's all they need is just another misrepresentation.
The data is here, but the reason behind the lack of renewals is not. There's a lot of suggestions, one of them being that it simply costs too much to renew.
$465 every 2 years is a very big burden, particularly for families that might have more than one person applying for and getting DACA.
Plus, living off the already received documents is not feasible, Philip says.
If you get a driver's license in a state like Arizona with a deferred action, it expires on the same day your work authorization does. So if you got a 2-year permit, that means at the end of 2 years, your driver's license is no longer valid.
Immigration lawyer Jaime Aparici agrees that he's seen less of his original clients, but his explanation is simple.
I've seen less people come back to me than originally came to me for DACA, but that may be because they're doing it on their own.
Whatever the reason, the same trend is being seen in Arizona, where only 9,000 people have reapplied out of the 25,000 that were approved 2 years ago. Live in our nation's capital, Liliana Salgado, Cronkite News.